Today I'm going to be investigating an algorithm called EFX. This is a Forex trading robot that is really expensive. $9,800 is what I was quoted by the sales rep in a Zoom meeting. So had that yesterday. It was about an hour long. I wanted to kind of go over what this algorithm's all about, investigate its track records, the company a little bit, who is the founder, and what the mission is. Because an algorithm that costs almost $10,000 must be pretty damn good, right? Recently I did videos on NERP, which was a $20,000 algorithm. You can check out my video on my channel. I also did a review of Forex Truck, which is a $350 algorithm that actually compares to the $20,000 NERP, which is pretty incredible. The price difference that you see with these algorithms is pretty nuts, where one can cost basically 40 times as much. And it really depends on the company and who they're seeking out. Are they seeking out actual traders, or are they seeking out and trying to find people that are complete newbies to the market where they might be willing to pay $20,000 for an algorithm? So this is the EFX algo website, so EasyFXTrading.com. The founder is Danny Reardon. I don't know much about this guy. He does have a YouTube channel. But going back to the website, you can see a lot of video reviews of the EFX algo. Scrolling down to the bottom, my FX book page. So this shows you the tracked account performances of all of their current clients that are using the algorithm. So at the time of filming this, it was 718. And this is a really cool idea, allowing you to see every single client's tracked account performance. So it's a bold move, but it also leaves these guys open to a lot of critique, because we know that the algorithm costs $9,800, right? So you can kind of estimate 9,800 times 718 is over $7 million in profit. And that's just with their current client base. This is not including people that started using the algorithm and stopped. Also, on top of that, they have a monthly membership fee of $100 to $500 based on your account size. And so if you estimate that a standard $200 a month charge, that's an additional around $140,000 to $150,000 extra a month. These numbers are just totally hypothetical. They're not factual, but I'm just making a point that these guys are making some good cash with this algorithm. So this is the tracked account that they advertise on their website. I believe it's their personal funds. It has $100,000 in it. The tracked account started in March of 2022, has produced over 141% profit with around 26% drawdown. So the equity and balance curve is pretty good over the last 2 years. So looking a little closer into this tracked account, you can see back in September of 2023, some of the strategies have been holding trades in loss, so negative drawdown. And you can see here, the red line is the balance of the account and the yellow line is the equity, the current equity of the account. So some of the strategies have basically been holding negative drawdown for over 9 months. So it's crazy that that's the case here. And it's not necessarily a problem if you're accustomed to holding trades in loss. I personally don't like it, and it also causes some issues. The most challenging thing of holding trades in drawdown is the emotional aspect. Seeing these trades in loss and seeing them in loss for a long period of time really starts to push at your emotions, get to the point where I want to close out these trades. And this is one reason why I don't like holding trades for long periods of time, is because it gets challenging emotionally. And also on top of that, it gets difficult to make withdrawals because you can't withdraw your full balance when you have trades that haven't completed yet and that are still in the market. A strategy that needs to hold trades for longer than 30 to 60 days is, in my opinion, just not a very good strategy. The longer that you're in the market, the more challenging and difficult it gets to actually come out into profit, because things are constantly changing, events are happening, and so holding trades for long periods of time is a bit dangerous in my opinion. What's interesting about these 718 tracked accounts is that the majority are using a broker called OX Securities. Now, this is a broker that's regulated in Australia, but what's interesting here is that they're offering unlicensed securities to US residents, and it's because they're offering more than 50 to 1 leverage to US residents. So that is illegal, and what this means is that the broker likely has offices in an offshore island like the Grenadines or something like that. And the reason why I know this is I used overseas brokers for over 20 years is because I could get higher leverage, and more leverage means that you can make more profit. It's also more risky as well. And it's not a problem for the user or the person in the US that's wanting to use higher leverage. It's a problem that the broker has. They can get shut down, they can run with your money, and it becomes a lot more difficult to fight if they decide to hold your funds. So when I see deposits of $700,000, multiple above 400K that EFX has with their clients, it makes me a little bit worried. I've always told my customers, hey guys, this is an overseas broker. You understand the risks that are involved here. They can run with your money. It's harder to fight them. You can get higher leverage. You can make more profit, but you also run the risk of them just taking your money. And that is the problem that we have here. So I don't recommend having more than, say, 100 to maybe $200,000 at the best, most well-funded overseas brokers. Now, since OX Securities is one of the last few that's offering MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5 to US residents, they look like they're pretty well funded. As you can see here, $46 million that EFX has in total across their clients. So I don't know if all of this 46 million is at OX Securities, but I know that the majority is. What's crazy here is that if they have any kind of business deal or affiliate link with OX Securities, and I'm not saying that they do, I don't have any proof of this, that means that they could also be making a commission off of every trade that these clients are making. And a commission on a $500,000 account is really high. I estimate with $46 million that a commission structure could be anywhere from $50,000 to around $75,000 a month based on commissions from a broker. But it could be another scheme that's being kind of managed to work out more profit from sales and clients using their algorithm, and you guys can make whatever you want out of it, but there it is. Is the EFX algorithm a scam? I'm gonna say it's not. I just think it's severely overpriced by like 20 times. You can find equivalent or better algorithms for a one-time $500. That's how extreme priced the EFX algorithm is, and they would argue that, hey, we offer phone support, tech support, we'll set up your algorithm for you, we'll set up a MyFX book account for you as well. But the thing is that I do this for my customers as well. I do phone support. I set up their algorithms if they're struggling. These things shouldn't cost $10,000. And the thing is that it kills me because I realize that I have tracked account performance for the last 3 years that's just as good or better than EFX. And it shows to me if I decided to put a ton of money into this, I could be making millions of dollars a year. To me, at this point, I'm kind of relieved because it sounds like it's a total mess and it's a recipe for disaster, especially if you're pushing customers to OX Securities. It's up to you to decide, is the EFX team genius for targeting wealthy people in their advertising that don't have a lot of knowledge of the markets and are not really tech savvy? Or are they really stupid and they're going to run themselves into trouble because they're targeting wealthy people that have really easy access to really good lawyers? It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. So I think I should leave it up to you guys. Is the EFX algorithm right for you? Are you a wealthy person that doesn't have a lot of technical knowledge? Maybe a 20 times markup is right for you. But the thing is, it doesn't take a lot of technical knowledge. Setting up an algorithm takes maybe 15 to 30 minutes, and a video is usually good enough to just walk you through. So all of this extra charge doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but I'll leave it up to you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.